Josh here from Jim's Hobbies. My buddies and I threw together this channel, and some people wanted to see the Wroncho I built. And here it is. My son likes to call it the Swamp Thing, so you can see how muddy it is. It's just a SR5 body that I kind of threw some paint over because the inside was not painted that great. Um, I got it off an auction, so it's not the best body, but it's good for the project, and it's going to be a trail running truck. Um, you can see inside the paint somebody used that's chipping off. Again, it's not that great, but I like it. It works good, and it's a fun truck to have and fits the chassis. So I used a SCX 10.2 frame that I had got also from an auction, and I used a factory Wraith skid that I just got off A-Main and put it in between the rails, and I had those boat sides, they came with it, or sorry, the receiver mounts, they came with it when I got it from the auction. It's got just stock length Wraith hot racing links, trio wheels, the Ot 6 tires, factory style AR60s from a Wraith. It's just an Amazon servo that I got, the 35 kg. There, it works well for what I'm doing. It's just a trail truck. Those are the Traxxas long shocks with low C mini T springs. They're medium in the front and the hard in the back with spring cups that I printed from Thingiverse. It's got a 1080 hobby wing on it with a Brood 13 turn 5-pole motor. I use the IRE shock towers. I'm sorry, IERC shock towers with some brake tubing spacers. It's a steel spur and pinion. You can see it's got a lot of flex to it. Articulation. These are the 321 blocks at 6 inches. The back tire is off a little bit, you can see, but at 5 inches with the 3 and the 2, it sits flat. The back tire is flat on the ground, and like I said, it works really well. I'll get some running video of the truck up. This is kind of our first showing of the trucks that we've built. That bumper that I have on there is just an adjustable bumper mount that I ran on the front, so the servo on axle will clear it, and I put a couple bolts through there to hold it together, and it's a piece of aluminum I just trimmed up to fit. It's a clamping servo horn. It's just Amazon drive shafts that fit the length for the stock Wraith. I used the G-Speed spacers to clamp it together, and then I 3D printed a bumper mount on the back to hold everything together in case I decided to put a bumper in there. I haven't yet. It's obviously not set for any class rules or anything. It's just a fun trail truck, but I really like the truck. It does well. I took it down to Beat the Creek, well, the Rocktoberfest, and I probably used it the most of anything down there. I did put the body mounts as a spacer between that spacer to give it a little more room because of the Wraith skid being so wide. But this is our first showing of a truck. The suspension works really well. It's a slow moving suspension. It's 30 weight in the front with 50 in the rear. Like I said, all hot racing links for the axles and the steering. But there it is. Oh, and I use Fly Sky radio because it's cheap, easy, controls everything, and if I want to add channels later for a winch or whatever, I can. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy.